Alright, if you think that you can trade on emotions or feelings or some intuitive sense that you think you have, you're wrong. There are only 3 reasons to make a trade, and in today's video, that's what I'm going to be talking about. Don't just get into a trade because you feel like you have to be trading today, or you feel like you have to be trading around this event or that event, or for anything else. You really have to have a reason to get into a trade, and trades break down into one of 3 reasons. Reason number 1 is that something broke. That means a technical level broke. Something happened technically to the point where you should get into the trade. Something that you've been waiting for, and that's really key. Stop getting into trades because somebody pointed out a level that broke that you hadn't seen before, or you're looking to make a trade because of this or that, and so you identified this, stupid trend line or weird moving average or crossover or something like that that's giving you an excuse to now get into a trade. Something broke that you identified ahead of time. Now that's a good reason to get into a trade. Number 2, something changed. Something changed in the market. Something changed in the news. Something changed in the way this currency is behaving. For me, a lot of times it's the market's reaction to news. So the news was good and the currency isn't going up, and it used to, so something here has changed. And oftentimes that's a reason to get out of a trade. But it can be a reason to get into a trade as well. But you need to be able to identify what's changed, preferably ahead of time. Of course, that's not always possible, but it can be something as simple as a series of higher highs. And that doesn't mean you need to get out of the trade right away. It just means, well, now I should be cautious, or now I should move up my stop, or I should change as well. What you don't want to do is get out of a trade just because something changed. You want to make a plan to get out of a trade after something changed, because in the emotions of it all, you might not have recognized that whatever changed wasn't really that big of a deal. If you're getting into a trade based on something that's changed, well, know what's changed, know why you're getting into it, and know how you think this affects the bigger picture. The 3rd reason to get into a trade is that something happened. When I say that, it means something fundamentally happened. A central banker came out and said, hey, I'm hawkish now. Now they can say that in 1,000 different ways, and interpreting that is part of what I do, but it's a big part of how I trade as well. Something fundamentally happened, and I think it changes the picture in this way, and it's going to lead to this big long-term move, or at least a medium-term trend that I can hop on and ride for a few weeks at the very least. Something happened is, for me, the biggest reason to get into a trade or out of a trade. Always look for something happening as a trigger to a move, and when you can get something happened, something changed, and something broke all at the same time, that is a super powerful reason to get into a trade, especially if you've identified it all ahead of time. And that's really the key to every one of these, is anticipating or recognizing that something has shifted in the bigger picture, in the bigger story, in the chart that you need to participate in, or that you can participate in. You don't have to, but you're not doing it because you felt this, you felt that. You've identified what's happening, and that's the reason to get into the trade. That's the lesson here today. Fight that feeling that says you need to make a trade now, and recognize when something's changed, something's happened, or something's broken, and that's when you need to make that trade. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up on YouTube. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. Let us know the reasons that you agree or disagree. Whatever it is, I want to hear from you. I want feedback from our users. But most of all, I want to thank you for watching and remind you that there is always going to be another trade. For Forex Live, I'm Adam Button. Thanks so much for watching.